GAN has just sent me this package, which they said contains a pre-release GAN cube, which they asked me to try out. Now, of course, I have never had such an amazing opportunity to be able to essentially test a GAN cube before anyone else, so of course, naturally, I decided to share the experience with you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing. First, let's go ahead and open up this big cardboard box. Alright, so this is really exciting. It appears we have the GAN Air 2024, which, as I mentioned before, is a pre-release cube, so you won't find this literally anywhere else on the market. So we have the cube, and it also appears that we have a stand. So I already have one of these cube stands, so I'm not going to bother to open this. It's a very normal plastic cube stand. And there appears to be nothing else in the box. So let's take a look at the cube. So the GAN Air series used to be this very popular series which focused on a super lightweight design while still maintaining adjustability, as well as of course the classic GAN hand feel as well as speed. So I'm really excited to see that they have brought it back. Of course, we have seen previously the GAN 11 Air, but with the 12, 13, and 14, they have stopped with the Airs. So apparently they have brought it back, and I'm super excited to check this out. Alright, so when it comes to packaging, this is a really old GAN box design. I believe this is the same one that came with the GAN 356 series. So I guess they just took the new cube and put it into an old box because probably they haven't even designed the packaging yet. Alright, now let's open this thing up and see what is inside. So it appears we have an accessory box as well as the cube itself. Let's take a look at the accessories first. Alright, so in here we have the standard GAN bag. We have the instructions manual, which is pretty standard for GAN. They've been including these since forever ago. And finally, let's see what else we have in here. We also have and I think that's it, we also have the accessories toolkit. So this looks very, very similar to the one in the GAN 12. So let's go ahead and open this up. In here we have the actual, I guess this is the GES adjustment. Additionally, it appears that we have adjustable core magnets in this generation. Now, GAN, of course, has been putting core magnets into a lot of their cubes. I'm pretty excited to see them bringing it, I guess, down to the Air series as well. They also appear to be adjustable, so we'll see what's going on there in just a second. Now, let's take a look at the cube itself. So it looks the same as the box that comes with the 13 and 14, but again, it might be because they haven't designed a new box for the GAN Air yet. They do have a trend of making a new box every 1 or 2 years or so, so I don't know what they'll come up with this year. But without further ado, let's go ahead and open up this cube box. And wow, there we have the cube itself. So the cube this year has a very unique design. I believe they have improved the UV coating on this cube so that, like its name, it is more like air than ever. Furthermore, let's take a look at the weight of this cube because, of course, I do not have access to the product website, so I cannot tell you what the specs are exactly. Let's go ahead and turn on the scale and measure how heavy the cube is. Wow, so it appears that this cube is around 0 grams, making it one of the lightest cubes on the market. So of course, I know a lot of people do not like light cubes, but of course, if the cube is lighter, it does have more of the, again, airy turning feel, and it's a lot easier to turn if the cube is lighter. Finally, to get the boring stuff out of the way, let's check how large this cube is. So yeah, it does appear to be a standard 56mm cube, which personally I'm a big fan of. I have, decently large hands, and a 54mm cube does feel a bit too large to hold. So 56mm, very standard cube size. And now let's get into first turns. Wow, that turning feels extremely fast. Let's try some algorithms. Alright, so the one most important thing I think about this cube, I've just done a few algorithms, but I personally feel like it feels so fast while maintaining control. So I think one of the cubes this is most similar to is the Worm V9. So of course, that is my main cube. I am a big fan of it, and I like how speedy it is, while the core magnets bring it a lot of stability. So of course, this cube does have the core magnets as I showed before. I'm not going to take it apart right now, but if you do open it up, you'll see that it has very similar core magnets to the GAN 11. You can tell because the piece design is pretty similar. Finally, before we finish up, this is just a super quick overview video. Let's go ahead and take a look at the GES. So yes, it does appear that this is the same GES system as the GAN 12, which means that you have an outer ring as well as an inner ring to adjust tension and elasticity. So with that, that is about all for today's video. Thank you so much for GAN for sending me this prototype cube. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm super excited to do a few solves on this and see what times I get, because again, this feels amazing. With that, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. All right, let me just, oh my gosh. Huh.